All right, just rolling a test, making sure fucking everything sounds good.
Sound good. Do you sound good?
You're so far away.
I know. I'm gonna scoot. I'm gonna be here. New Year, same podcast.
Yes, same idiots. Happy New Year, everybody. Cheers. We're on a bit of a
Dry January.
dry January.
So these are non-alcoholic stouts.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
No, it's not bad at all.
I thought it was going to be a lot creamier.
We're going to be
I'm not a big fan of super creamy.
continuing our alcohol reviews for the month of January, even though we're not drinking alcohol.
Yeah, we're just gonna pick some non-alcoholic beverages.
Yep.
It's what, 4 weeks? So four episodes. Not that long.
Yeah.
Fuck, we've already done this. Is number 19. That's
Number
fucking
19.
hard to believe, man. Fucking crazy.
Long time.
This is actually not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Do you know what the spices are that they use in like the darker beers?
Not a clue.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a beer connoisseur.
Like I know with a lot of dark beers, there's like one spice that you can taste in like all of them. And again, I don't know if it's just like maybe the type of hop that they're using or there's different hops.
They're actually using barley and hops in this. Yeast. There's like 4 ingredients in this.
Maybe it's the yeast. Maybe they're heavy on the
Heavy,
yeast.
heavy on the yeast, yeah.
I don't know. There's just every dark beer has that flavor.
Yeah.
And it's like a spice of some sort. And like some are really heavy and I can't stand it. But this is okay.
It's pretty subtle.
This is okay.
This is for everyone playing along at home. This is a company called Partake Brewing, and they only do non-alcoholic stuff. You can find them in most grocery stores, and they're Canadian. They are out of Toronto.
Nice.
And this is their stout. It's literally just Partake Stout. The photo will be posted with it, but yeah, it's pretty good. I'm gonna give it a solid 8.5 because it's a non-alcoholic.
8.5. I'm gonna go 8.7. 8.72.
8.72.
Yeah, we're throwing in that too.
There you go.
8.72. I gotta write this down. I'm gonna forget, and I really don't want to have to cipher through the fucking podcast just to figure out our fucking rating. So it's a Partake.
Yep.
Stout.
Yep.
No other information there.
That's all you got.
Cool.
That's all you need.
I said 8.72. Mr. Christopher said 8.5.
Yeah.
It's actually really good. Again, when I drink beers these days, which is here and there, like I don't drink beers that often anymore. I'm a fan of the hoppier beer, something that's got a little more flavor to it.
A bit more to it.
Yeah, not just carbonated water.
Yeah. Fair enough. Although those carbonated water ones are conducive for getting fucked up.
Yeah, they're good for beer pong.
Yeah,
and
good
flip
for
cup.
Beer pong,
because you
day
can just
drinking,
slam them down.
Yeah, so the
man.
alcohol is continuing without the alcohol for this month.
Yeah, I think also in the new year, like I wouldn't mind
And
not
Happy
just
New
doing
Year.
whiskey reviews.
Any alcohol.
Yeah, like I think
Yeah.
like for I don't know, maybe February we do fucking wine.
Yeah, or have a vodka one time.
You know,
Whatever,
and like
yeah.
and just
Yep.
throw different shit
Yeah,
in,
just to
and
shake it up a bit.
not just all whiskey reviews.
I'm good with that.
We should put like a beverage review instead.
That's why I was saying these
Broaden.
are alcohol reviews
Yeah,
more than anything. Because there's got to
Yeah.
be different types along the way,
yeah.
right?
We could even whip up some mojitos or fucking
whatever.
margaritas, whatever.
The nice thing is that the term alcohol is quite broad.
Yeah,
So it covers quite
change that
a
on
vast
our-
array.
I'll change that on our Facebook because right now I have it as a whiskey review.
Or you could just leave it and just be like,
Do different
underneath it's like
categories.
whiskey. This is a whiskey review. This is a beer. This is under our beer reviews. This is under our vodka, whatever the fuck we
Okay,
end up
cool.
doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You just keep
That's
it.
actually pretty
Because then
cool.
people can just go by category. Like, what
click
was
on-
that? Oh, what was that
yeah.
whiskey they really liked? Which one was that? And then they don't have to filter through. They can just go and
Yeah,
click
they
on
don't
the
have to
whiskey.
scroll through like fucking 17 vodka reviews to find the
Exactly.
whiskeys.
Perfect. Problem solved.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. At least somebody's thinking.
And this will be under the non-alcoholic category,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, it's not bad.
So will the rest of the month.
I've never been so excited to not drink in my life. I don't know, but I know
I'm-
yours was down, but mine my consumption was very high. And talking
Yeah.
with our buddy Ryan, he's partaking in dry January.
Nice.
And it sounds like me and him have been on a similar trajectory as far as alcohol consumption has gone.
Nice.
Yeah. So
I saw Ryan's calendar that he put together. Did you see that?
No, I haven't. I saw
my
some
God,
photos
okay,
from
well, you're gonna fucking
Eric showed me a bunch of photos before. I didn't know that it got finally put together.
dude. This thing is absolutely hilarious. How do I see it, dude? It's fuck.
I know
Is
it.
that
I've seen
short?
some photos.
Yeah, it's fucking 12 tasteful nudes. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it's so good. It's so good. Ryan, if you're listening, you did a fantastic job. That shit cracked
Is
me
he
right
selling them?
up. I have no idea.
All right.
I
we should
didn't.
find
I didn't
out.
read. I didn't read the post. It was
Yeah.
also on his story, like where you can like see all the shit on Instagram.
I was with with our other buddy Eric, his twin, last month, and or talking with him, and he was showing me some of the photos. It hadn't been put together yet. They were planning on putting it out, so I'd seen some, and they were pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Really good.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Ryan, if text Chris, if you don't mind us, we'll show you out on next week's podcast for that.
Give me all the info.
We'll show you your Instagram, whatever it is,
Um.
if you're cool with it. Let Chris know.
So yeah, like I was saying, December was a rough one.
Yeah.
January is probably going to be rough the first few days, just because I was already having night terrors last night. So just the old withdrawals from this booze.
I want you to try this whiskey though that I had New Year's.
I will. Looking forward to trying it in February.
High River. It's Canadian whiskey.
Yeah.
I had 5 glasses.
Nice.
Big old glass of champagne. I popped the loudest bottle I've ever popped in my life.
Like a shotgun.
And I was
going
by
off?
myself. Audrey was upstairs. My dad was reading a book. I don't know where my mom was. Brother's up at the cottage. Dude, this thing was so loud. And the cork stayed in the air for ages. I lost it. Didn't even know where it went.
Did you shake it up and pop it, or
No.
you
I just fucking
took it off normal
popped it.
and just went?
I'm like, you can't not pop a bottle.
It's like flying out of a cannon.
Yeah, it was so loud. I was like, should have fucking recorded this.
I don't even really remember popping champagne on New Year's Eve, but it was.
Yeah, you almost didn't remember spilling it, apparently.
Yeah, I know. If it wasn't said, I would have remembered, but yeah. So yeah, January is a good month for me.
Like, you normally do like a dry
I usually go like a
January, or,
couple weeks.
Yeah.
And then I find some excuse to drink.
Because
but
then we're in Montreal usually for your birthday.
in February and shit. Yeah. No, this is a good month. It's
Sorry,
fine.
for your birthday.
Shut up.
Hey guys, you guys want to go to Montreal and watch a Leaf game? It just happens to be on my birthday.
Does. For anyone else participating in dry January, I'm not going totally sober. Like, I'm probably gonna smoke some weed and shit.
That's
but
fine.
It's just
alcohol.
it's the alcohol has been hurting.
I don't even think I could do weed because I'm just gonna fucking munch like crazy.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to take it and try to maybe cut a pound or two.
that's the same as me. I'm gonna try and fucking thin out the herd a little bit on this month as well.
I need to, man.
I just gotta get through today, and I think tomorrow I'll be feeling a little bit better.
Yeah. Still a little rough today.
But I think it's like from fucking like now it's going into like why are you
Withdrawal.
drinking?
Yeah. Fucking,
Drink.
well, just give it to me.
Give me a little bit. I just want a
Just
little
a
bit. Just smell a bottle.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't feel fresh as a daisy today.
No.
And you know me, I'm usually really good with hangovers. I
Yeah.
usually don't get I get tired the next day, but
Yeah.
I'm
Usually
I
you're
can rally
raring to
pretty
go,
good.
Yeah.
Yesterday
We're also old as fuck.
it's true. Yesterday I was we're so old we're not even 30.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's weird how it works like
Yeah.
that. Yesterday I was very, very fucking hungover.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like my worst hangover.
I
of
woke
the
up
year.
a little groggy, but I didn't drink that much. I was
It's pretty
buzzing.
rough.
I was buzzing.
Put it this way, I was in bed by 1. I probably could have been in bed by 9.
So what time did you go over to Antonia's
At
parents?
some point in the early
And
afternoon. I was
drinks
up at the
started
cottage
flowing
the night
then,
before.
or
Yeah,
what?
pretty
Yeah.
much.
That boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, how was the cottage?
It's good.
Yeah.
I got a new gun and I was shooting it up there. It was fun. A little
Yeah,
22.
looks as fun as
Pea
fuck,
shooter.
dude.
It's hilarious.
I wish you got a squirrel though.
Oh yeah.
That would have been fun.
There was like really shitty weather. Everything was hunkered down.
Really? Yeah.
There was not much activity going on up there. But yeah, I got this 22 and you have to remind yourself that it's not like a toy because it's literally like there's no kick on it. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
I was saying, I texted you and I said, there's more kick on a paintball gun.
Yeah. There
Like,
probably
It
is.
fucking feels like it. No joke.
That's
It's
crazy. man.
weird, man. And it's not like there's kick on the muzzle on a paintball gun, but like you feel like that from like the CO2 and shit.
Yeah, and the pin bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, I just got this 22, which I wanted for a while. My cousin just picked one up. It's like $250 out the door, taxes in. So
Can't beat that.
yeah, so I was up doing that and then came back, and I think we were back in this area like early afternoon on New Year's Eve.
That's all right.
Went to her parents, had some dinner, had a couple or few drinks, and then I'll be looking forward to the end of the month.
Do they plow up at the cottage?
Yeah,
Like they plow those roads?
they plow the main road coming in,
And then
and then those branch off roads you have to
Yeah.
pay to get plowed. They won't plow those. So like when like you take the main road into my
Yeah.
dad's area, and like then you'll turn off the main road onto like that shittier road that gets down to him,
pretty much his street?
his street leading up to it.
Yeah.
yeah. So they won't plow that. You have to
Now,
pay for that to be.
Does
plowed.
it? Do they?
They pay. Him and a couple neighbors like to
They,
go up.
they pay for it?
And they pay for it, and it's like nothing for the year. It was like I think it's like $1,200 for the year.
That's not bad. And when you're splitting it between like 3, 4 of you.
Yeah, it's like absurdly
Fuck,
cheap.
if you're going up there,
Yeah,
you
you
as
do
well
it.
have it plowed.
And they'll plow right up to the cottage door.
Perfect.
Yeah. So usually when I go up, because I just got a car, I park on the main street because I would like can struggle getting in and out of that road if depending on when the plow comes around.
Or if
But that main
you get
street's always plowed and sanded.
hammered with snow over the weekend.
Exactly. At least I'm not stuck there.
Yeah. Although if you were stuck there, you do have internet. Like,
Oh yeah, it's like the easiest way. There's running water.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's not
there's-
like you're
yeah.
absolutely stranded.
Yeah, it's a winterized cottage. It's not the end of the world.
yeah.
But there was time 2 years ago. I think might be 3 now. I was up there one night, and my cousin and his family were up as well. And there was freezing rain the night before, and I've never seen roads like this in my life.
Really.
So that road that comes into the cottage area, it like halfway through it splits 2 townships. So the road was salted up until halfway. And then my cousin was ahead of me and he went too far. And then he was stuck there until the salters came around like 3-4 hours later. And I just it was horrific. And I
Holy
just
shit.
I just went up on the road, and I've never seen a car act like this in my life. It was just like basically like spinning out of control. Like I was going like really slow, and somehow I like went on. I'm like, oh fuck, this is bad. Somehow managed to turn myself around without crashing in anything, without slipping off the road. And then I got back on the other way, and I went out the long way because there's another way out of the cottage area aside from that main road in. And then I got out, but he went down a hill and he couldn't get back up, and he had 4-wheel drive, and I was just in a car.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
he was there like 3 or
dude.
4 hours. So that's always in the back of my mind when I'm up there. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, because like we had like plans to come back and go to her parents for dinner and stuff.
Oh, yeah, you
so,
got plans, right?
yeah, you're not anticipating getting fucking potentially marooned up there for a little bit.
Yeah. That sucks. That's
Yeah.
the worst. Yeah, okay. Before
And I'm not a winter cottage guy anyway.
No,
so.
neither am I. I'm not really a big winter guy to begin with.
No, we've spoken about that
Yeah.
fucking a million times, but
Especially this year, like no hockey.
yeah, I'm not going up there at all in January. I'm not going up to a cottage
Sit in a cottage.
and be sober at the same time.
Yeah, that'll
Fuck
suck.
no.
Yeah,
Not on my books.
I'll pass.
Mark me down for a fuck no.
Yeah. Before I came here, you ever get the phantom phone vibrate on your leg?
All the time.
Dude, I had it like I could have sworn like somebody was calling me while I was like getting my shit ready. Check my phone like 3 times.
Yeah,
Nothing. It's like, what the fuck?
it's bad.
I get it all the time. Well, okay, I shouldn't say all the time, but like some days it's like I get it periodically.
It's like
the
if
day.
you're expecting to hear from someone, or if you're expecting a phone call, I find that it happens more.
really, eh?
I get it a lot at work because my phone will go off periodically throughout the day,
Yeah.
like with like work related shit or like messages and stuff. And then like if I haven't like looked at my phone a bit,
In like
it's
an
like
hour,
my
it's
leg's
oh,
like,
shit.
hey man, you should probably. I think
Yo,
your phone's
check
vibrating.
this thing
Your
out.
phone's vibrating. I know it's not loud, but it's probably vibrating right now.
Yeah, dude. No,
It's
I just
fucking
thought of that
freaky,
on my
those
way up,
things.
Yeah, I remember
leg shake.
it like the first time it happened, like in high school. It's like, what? Yo, my phone.
It's a new thing.
I could have sworn.
Yeah.
My phone just rang.
No humans in history have ever had to experience this in their lives. Seriously. That's a truly unique problem that we have in this world that our ancestors never had to deal with.
Oh my God.
You know when your leg just randomly shakes? No, not at all. I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh my God. So fucking hockey starting. NHL.
Allegedly.
Both wearing our Leaf hats.
Allegedly.
I tried to find Davies hat. I don't know where. It's in one of my drawers.
You gotta find it. It's a great bucket hat.
I just probably didn't look in the fucking right drawer. I was like rushing because
You keep your hats in drawers?
Yeah, dude. I have 3 large bins of hats.
Oh, fuck. I remember you had a hat for every day of the week back in the day.
I do. But yeah, all the hats that I wear like on a regular basis or important ones are in like a dresser drawer so that they're close.
Handy dandy.
Yeah.
When I think last time we spoke about the NHL, 5 Canadian teams hadn't been given a home yet.
It was iffy.
Now it's just 3 haven't been given a home yet. BC gave permission to the Canucks to play.
Yeah.
Ontario for Ottawa, the Leafs, and Quebec, they're still waiting. Montreal.
Seriously.
I don't think they've been given official approval yet. I was having this conversation the other day. It's like there's no organized hockey. They've canceled that, right?
What, for like us?
For like
public.
Kids, public, whatever.
Yeah.
But how come they're allowed to get together and practice and shit like that? Just because they're professional? Like, they're not.
I don't know. You can say that about so many fucking
Well, I know,
right
and that's the thing. Everything's just so it's so easy to find like a hypocritical thing.
Yeah.
Like, but you know what? Just let them play. Like, it doesn't matter. It's an empty building. They could be playing at fucking the ACC in Aurora.
That's what I mean.
You know, like it doesn't
everything's empty.
They're all empty. No one's going to be going in.
Yeah, I don't.
So it doesn't matter. Why do they need to play at the fucking
States? Because they don't give a fuck.
Why do they need to play in a 20,000 seat arena? They could all play in one thing. There's no home advantage.
No,
other than the ice change. Like, yeah, I don't know. But apparently, it's starting in 13 days or 11 now.
I did not want to do fantasy. Mike was on me. I don't know, for a couple weeks. Let's do fantasy. Start it up. Like I don't want to do it.
No,
Mike. I don't want to deal with it. Like
I'm just mad. I was going to win last year, and I fucking got that robbed of me.
I don't want to start anything, and then it gets canceled like 3 weeks in because of whatever happened. Or we do the whole thing, everybody's gung ho, and it doesn't even start. Right?
I'm pretty sure that on the 13th there'll be hockey.
It's gonna start. Yeah.
I'm still super skeptical. It's like I'm at this stage with so many restrictions and things are changing all the time. I'm just like at a fucking. Whatever. When it's on, I believe it.
Yeah.
Until then,
and I totally agree.
I'm not really going to pay attention.
So fucking Mike goes, well, Sean's going to start a fantasy. You want to do it? I'm like, whatever. Do it. I haven't even paid him yet.
Yeah. I'm good this year.
We did the fucking draft. He used Yahoo. Have you ever used Yahoo Fantasy for any of the sports? Don't. It's dog shit. No good?
I thought they were quite popular.
There was 3 players that said out. You couldn't, during the draft or even before, there was no information. You had to literally go and Google it. I don't know if you remember, but on the ESPN app, if a guy said out, you could click on like out or hover over it, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it would say like why he's out and
how long?
Yeah, are they expecting him to be back or is it undetermined? You couldn't see any of that shit. And so there's so many guys that are phenomenal players that either didn't get picked when they should have, or they like didn't get picked at all. I ended up, so another thing, I didn't realize that on the Yahoo Fantasy, it shows two centermen, 2 left wing, 2 right wing. I just figured it was making you pick those players. But when you go to play each week, you can only play 2 centermen, you can only play 2 left wingers, 2 right wingers. You can't play like 3 centermen. Unless the guy's listed as like center and left wing.
Got it.
So I didn't know that when I was picking my team. I had 5 fucking centermen.
Oh, man.
So then I had to make some trades at the end of it. I made a couple of calls to some guys. I'm like, yo, you want to make a trade? I've got 5 fucking centermen.
And I
3 I'm willing to trade with.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to fucking trade. I'm like, whatever. I figured that's usually how it goes. At least in the last few years, we've done fantasy. Nobody wants to fucking make a trade. Until a guy's injured and then they try to fuck you. Like, hey, you want this? You want this guy? And it's like, yo, eat
it's a waste
shit.
of time. Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just pick up 2 guys off the waiver. I ended up picking up Wheeler. Patrick Laine. Yeah.
He didn't get drafted?
No, because it said he was out and you couldn't click on to see what his thing was. He's got a concussion.
Oh,
And they just
sleep that off. Don't worry about that.
Well, he could be out for 2 weeks. He could be out for half the season. I'm like, I'd rather pick him up. He's projected to have double the points of everybody else on the thing. And he doubled everybody's points that were listed. I'm like, I'm not picking up one of these guys just for this guy to actually play on the 13th.
Yeah, so you're just hoping in 2 weeks he's ready to go.
Yeah, even if I miss a couple of weeks, whatever.
How the fuck did he get a concussion? Was it from last year or you don't know?
I have no idea.
I wasn't paying enough attention
Might
to
have
other
been
teams.
doing some dumb shit.
Once the Leafs were out, I didn't watch a second of hockey.
I had barely watched
Couldn't even tell you who was in it. Really? Like,
I couldn't even tell you who won.
Tampa.
What's Tampa?
Yeah. I just know that.
Willard. Special guest of the podcast today is Wilson the Cat. Hi, bud.
Every fucking week he's down here now. I was talking with our buddy Ryan there because he was going dry January.
Yeah.
And he sent me this really interesting article about alcohol more harmful than crack or heroin. So,
okay,
as an alternative this year for anyone who doesn't want to go strictly off the booze,
crack
get on crack or heroin.
There you go.
It's better for you.
Apparently.
Alcohol abuse is more harmful than crack or heroin abuse, according to a former British government drug advisor. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, drink heroin by the liquid form and drink crack by the liquid form and you're good to go.
Does it still fuck you up the same?
Oh, yeah. It's literally like just doing cocaine and heroin. I think it's actually less harmful on your body.
Really?
And this is an endorsement from CJ to get on heroin and crack cocaine. I thought that was a pretty funny
I don't know.
article.
I guess I don't know. I don't know enough to fucking say anything, but
no, and I barely read
alcohol is fucking crazy. I think
super bad for you.
Yeah, I find it so funny that like cigarettes are sold legally and so is alcohol. Like we literally have stores just for alcohol.
Yeah.
And it took this long just to get a store for marijuana or to sell marijuana.
That's why
legally.
I was saying before,
like
it should all be fucking legal. It's all a joke.
There was somebody else what countries do it where like they've legalized like everything?
They've decriminalized it in a lot of countries. Portugal, Switzerland off the top of my head, and Oregon just did it in the States. They decriminalized everything.
Apparently they're fucking percentages of like addicts and there's another statistic. I can't think of it right now. But everything everything dropped down once they decriminalized it. Because you don't have that, like, it's not cool anymore, really.
Well, the Switzerland one I heard somebody talk about pretty extensively. And they had like here we have like a fucking opiate epidemic or whatever the fuck they call it, right?
Yeah.
Whatever the term is for it. They had one similar to that in like the 80s and 90s. Really bad. And then so they were doing the same thing that we were doing here. It was like treated as a criminal issue as opposed to a fucking health issue. Then they're like, and they were getting no results from it. Like nothing was changing. The fucking addiction rate wasn't going down. The addiction numbers, like nothing. If it was getting worse, if anything.
Yeah.
So like, okay, why don't we try the opposite effect? So they made it decriminalized. They did a bunch of safe injection sites. And I think the caveat to the safe injection sites were that you could come in and use your drugs all you want. You're in a supervised area, but you also have to do like half an hour of therapy when you come in here. And then they just started treating like, because the root causes for addiction are not the fucking actual chemical itself, which is what everyone used to think. Like, oh, one hit of fucking heroin, you're hooked forever.
Yeah.
No, the root cause is fucking like being depressed and traumatic childhoods and all that shit. Like that's the reason people get addicted to drugs. Mostly, right? That's most of the reason. So they just started treating it for that, and then the fucking numbers went way down.
Yeah,
and
I don't know. I think it's kind of smart.
Thing. Well, I just pulled up how many Canadians die a year from cigarettes. You're totally legal, no problem. 45,000 a year.
Jesus.
No one gives a fuck.
Nope.
But and I'm cool with that.
Still fine.
But everyone, as long as you know the risks, do it. But we don't know how many are dying of fucking all the other shit because we don't study it or sell it or whatever. So I think alcohol is pretty fucking high too. Like the death of alcohol, like the two
was
worst
that just
ones,
in Canada?
That was just Canada.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
45,000
just
a year.
Off of one substance.
Yeah, and there's 15% currently smoke. That was as of May of
15%.
15% of Canadians currently smoke. Approximately 15%.
I thought it'd be a little higher, to be honest.
Yeah, but what that 45,000 deaths doesn't include is all the other people living with chronic diseases. like all the like
Yeah.
things that the cigarettes haven't killed them, but
Haven't
they're
killed
fucking
them, but they're
they've
fucked up.
had like transplants or they've had cancers or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So that's legal. That's fine. That's cool. We get tax revenue from that.
Yeah. It's a big business too, man.
Yeah, but that's fine. Let it be a big business. I'm cool with that. Have at it. Just don't say one thing's better than the other because it's obviously not true. Like heroin's
They're
illegal
all
because it's
fucking bad.
terrible for you or whatever, but so is smoking. So
is fucking drinking a bottle of liquor every day, which a lot of people
a
do,
lot of people do. Yeah.
if not more.
Yeah, alcoholism's a big thing. I pulled up this fucking because I figured we'd talk a little bit about alcohol. So I pulled up this like 30 facts about alcohol. And there was a thing in here that was like based on your eye color, they can tell if like how likely you are to have issues with alcoholism because they think there's like a predisposed thing to people of European descent with lighter
Okay, I
color
wanna
eyes.
hear that. Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just looking for it right here.
So you are an alcoholic.
For sure, I told you. So alcoholism is among the most commonly misused addictive substances, and I would say that's directly to the fact that it's legal, so therefore it's perceived to be okay.
Yeah.
Which again, I think as long as we're all adults, we're not hurting other people. I think you should be able to drink as much as you want or as little as you want.
Yeah.
Same thing, but go buy cigarettes, don't buy cigarettes. But the fact that has a legal thing tied to it or not tied to it, I think people think like, oh, it's fucking beer, it's fine, you know. So I think like that's a big thing. So this is an American statistic. 12.7% of American adults meet the criteria for alcohol use disorder. That's 1 in 8 adults. I would say that our numbers are pretty much the same in Canada.
Yeah.
Because I think statistically we drink the most out of any nation.
I could see it.
Yeah. According to a 2015 study, light-eyed Americans of European descent consume more alcohol than darker-eyed Americans of European descent. The same study found that blue-eyed Americans of European descent had the highest levels of alcohol misuse, suggesting a genetic link that makes them more susceptible to alcohol use disorder.
Well, between me and you, that's pretty accurate.
Anecdotally, for sure. But I think that kind of makes sense because I think when you have lighter eyes and you're from Europe, you're from nations that have a longer history of having alcohol in their shut up.
He's agreeing with you, bro.
Alcohol in their societies and in their cultures for a long time.
Yeah.
Like my family's British. So Ireland and fucking Britain are huge drinking cultures.
Yeah.
I think a lot of Western and Northern Europe was as well for a long time.
Yeah.
Because the water was polluted and I don't know what the reasoning is for the dark, but that's just me off the top of my head. That's just my bro science kicking in.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So anecdotally between you and I guess that's true.
Yeah. Well, it is. At least recently.
Yeah. Although I'm sober as a judge right now. Reluctantly.
We both are. Brought the biggest water jug I own. Whoa.
I don't think they can hear that on there.
But that was a big one.
That was a good one.
This man is chatty today.
Yeah. He doesn't shut the fuck
Little
up.
chatty Cathy.
So yeah,
Dude,
heroin and crack.
With the Zone, what's the subscription?
$150 for the year.
For the year?
Yeah. Or you can do it a monthly.
Yeah.
And you get, I think, the first month free.
What else is on there? Because they do all of soccer.
All the soccer.
Sorry, football.
They have American football on there. They have NFL on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have I don't think they have every game, but they have a good chunk of games.
Okay.
And I think they have the NFL Red Zone, which is that's like if you watch that channel and they'll show you all the teams that are like about to score like within the last 20 or whatever the red zone counts as. I think it's like the last 20 yards.
Okay.
So like they'll just like keep flipping back and forth. So you really, in theory, you're always seeing action. Like you're always about to see like a team that's either about to get a field goal or they just entered, whatever. And then like it'll just jump to automatically the next game.
That's pretty cool.
So I think for like people that gamble, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Because it shows you all the scores, right?
I've heard some crazy shit on guys. There's guys, that's their living.
Gambling.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I watch a guy online, huge into football. He makes a shit ton of money doing what he does. But he started doing like DraftKings or something like that. And the other weekend, he almost won $78,000.
Jesus.
And the
dude, how big was the bet? Probably wasn't that big. DraftKings was like pools and shit.
Yeah, I can't remember. It might have been $1,000.
Still.
Yeah. And the other one he won like $3,000 on. So like the first one was for like a pot, like first place would take 75K. And then the second one was like a $444 bet or buy-in, whatever. And he walked away with like $3,000 off of that one.
It's a good Sunday.
He made $14,000 off the big one, but almost won 75. The dudes.
So you made
there's
20.
like-
You made 20 grand one weekend.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like last week, he made 20 grand.
Yeah.
I would love to know all the other fucking losses though.
I
That's the
think
thing
he's
with
been
gambling.
doing okay. Like I
think that
know
there is
he's
people
lost.
on DraftKings. There's like the average Joes like me and you that would never make any money.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of articles on this, and there's almost like a bit of a fucking science to it now. Like
Dude,
a
there's
lot of guys know how to
websites-
do it. Like
There's website
you can certainly lower your
subscriptions.
risk.
There's
Yeah.
website subscriptions that run data and be like, this is the lineup you should.
Pure analytics. Yeah.
This is
Punch in your thing. This is
these
who you
are the
should go.
guys you should run for your lineup.
Yeah.
It gives you like your captain, your QB, and like
Sure.
3-4 other guys. I don't really know how.
I
it
don't
works,
know.
but
I don't know anything about NFL fucking fantasy stuff. But
No, but because
know it's a
literally
big
he was
business.
saying he's like these because I think it got shared between 4 guys who won that week
Mhm.
or like that night because they all had the same fucking lineup. So they're like all 4 of them must be subscribed to the same fucking thing and ran that entire lineup, and they all walked away with 30K
there was
in a night.
the reason that the NFL is I think it's the most valuable sports league, at least in North America. I think it might be in the world. That's not true. It's definitely soccer, but in North America, and it's by a long shot, is based on the gambling. Like, there's a million people in Canada that watch the NFL but don't have a favorite team. They just gamble every week on it.
Yeah.
Between pro lines or bookies and side bets, or now with shit like DraftKings and
Yeah,
even Bet365, where like you can bet on individual games. And
yeah,
there's all these access to like different gambling options and shit. That's why people love it,
yeah.
because it's always
I've
been
got a-
associated with gambling
I've got a close friend, $10 every Sunday.
on a pro line. Yeah.
Yeah, Proline, DraftKings. I don't know. There's so many other.
And if you like the sport, at least it keeps it halfway interesting.
yeah, there's so
Because if you
many.
don't have a favorite team, but you like watching football, you splash a few dollars on there. Now,
Yeah.
now this
Hey.
fucking game on a 1 o'clock is a bit
Yeah.
more interesting, right?
Yeah, let's watch
It makes
it.
total sense.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's playing at 3. So is this guy. You can bounce back and forth between 2 games.
Yeah.
But this guy, so the guy I watch, literally lost because 2 guys dropped 2 touchdown passes.
Are they like in their hands and out?
Yeah.
He must have been pulling
And
his fucking
if
hair
he
out.
had, if one of those 2 guys had caught their pass, he would have won 75K. He's like, this is why I can't take it. Like,
It's just too stressful, man.
yeah, that's what he said. He's
Yeah.
like, this is why, like, I know when I bet on these games, like, I'm prepared to lose the $2,500
He's
that
looking at it that he
I'm
just
betting.
lost $75,000 as opposed to losing the $100.
Yeah, but he won fucking 14.
Yeah.
He placed like second.
I don't know, man.
I
That
couldn't do
seems
it.
so stressful.
I couldn't do it.
I get nervous on like $5 fucking things, like just like throwing them down.
I
Not
get
for the
nervous
money.
betting $5 or $10 with you guys watching
I know,
UFC
that's the
fights.
same as me.
It's like, fuck, man. I don't know what I'm doing.
There's always I love it, but like low stakes is fine for me. But some people, it's
That's
too
why I
heavy for
loved
me.
Vegas, man.
As
Because
low
I
as you
could
wanna
go, I
Yeah.
could go and find a 50-cent fucking roulette table.
Yeah,
Fucking $10 on a 50-cent table will take you a long way. That's a
will.
couple hours.
and roulette's one
Unless
of,
you're going all in every
Yeah.
fucking hand.
and roulette is like this weird dopamine kick where it's like there's something about like that nervous
Yeah.
energy right before once the ball's in the thing and then
Yeah, man.
drop right. What is it? Come on, come on.
No
come on.
more bets.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
they
fuck.
wave their hand across.
Here we
the
go.
table. I love roulette. I've always wanted to learn crabs.
I've watched I think 3 or 4 different YouTube videos
Trying to learn it.
trying to learn it. I think it'd be much easier if you were just like at a table and you just went through it,
Yeah.
because then you could like throw the dice or see like how these passes are going.
Yeah.
But when they're just explaining it to you on paper, it's pretty fucking like it seems really confusing.
Yeah. So Vegas, when we were there, it was like at 3:00. If you want to learn how to play crabs, come by for an hour, like half hour or whatever. And
That's what I would do.
The dude, whatever you call him at the table, teaches you how to play crabs.
Perfect.
I wish we had done it.
Yeah, that's
But,
something
like,
you got to do.
Everybody wanted to go do something else, and I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm the only one that
You
really
don't
wanted to
want them
learn it.
how to
Like,
gamble.
yeah, because it's one game that I feel is very complicated, but once you know it, it's not.
And I think you can make some money on it pretty good.
Yeah.
I think
There-
you can make a lot more than what you would put out.
I've heard there's a shit ton of like superstitions though for people that actually play craps. Like there's
sure.
certain things like you just never say at a table.
Dude, there's things like that in blackjack too. Because I learned the hard way a few times, like playing, because that's what I'll play at casinos.
Yeah, you're a fan of that.
But I always like when I walk up, I'll grab a chair, but I'll ask if people mind if I jump in now or if they want to wait till the next shoe. Because there's some people that hate when you jump in and change the odds.
Yeah.
Midway through the shoe or whatever, and they're like, "Can you wait till the next shuffle?" Yeah, no problem. I'll sit here and wait.
Yeah, no worries.
But like, because some people, if you just jump in, some people get pissed, and I've seen other people get bitched at. I've never really been bitched at.
Yeah.
And I've always kind of just like, I'll just ask out of courtesy. But there's
Some
always these
people-
little like hardcore gamblers have their little fucking like, there's little courtesies to it. It's like that in every game,
Yeah.
any game, anything,
Yeah.
anywhere.
I've heard people get mad. Like some dude will be sitting like the second seat. Like they won't sit right on the end or like right at the first spot that
And then
gets dealt.
someone comes in and
And
scoots in front of them.
And they're like, really, man?
Yeah.
There's 4 other seats.
But also sit in the spot where you're guaranteed that spot though.
yeah.
You know, don't get pissed at other people
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
and
why didn't
and
you
usually
sit
it's people
right
that are
there?
just like there to have fun,
Yeah.
throw a few
Yeah,
bucks
they
on the
don't give a
table.
shit.
They're
They're
not.
just-
They don't know.
They just
And
hop
then you're
in.
gonna fucking bitch at them like, "What the fuck are you doing sitting there?"
Yeah, I
like,
can-
dude,
Realistically, I can sit wherever the
we're not.
fuck I want.
We're not all
jackass.
fucking degens here.
Well, a little bit.
Yeah, no, but fuck, like not hanging around casinos
No.
all fucking day to learn the fucking tricks of the trade.
No, fuck that.
So back to DAZN, they have NFL, soccer. They have. I
Don't
think
they
they
do
carry a
that
little bit of
Bellator?
MLB.
Or is that its own thing?
What's that?
Bellator?
Yeah, they have MMA. They have
Yeah, yeah.
Bellator MMA. They have a bunch of boxing because they signed a bunch of the best
Yeah,
boxers.
you were saying Anthony Joshua,
Anthony Joshua was signed with them.
Garcia.
I don't know if he is, but he might just be on it. But a Triple
true.
G and Canelo both are those three are all signed.
Yeah, that's who the other ones were.
They all have like sort of exclusive deals, and I'm thinking Fury might now too.
Good
so,
for them.
but it's I need it for like the average person, unless you're gonna really watch soccer every week. I would say it might not be worth it. Just fucking.
I don't know.
I really want I want all the hockey to go over that because then I can get rid of all my cable. Because the only reason I have cable is for sports,
Yeah.
and half of that's on the streaming, so that's me fucked.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna dump it anyways because I just seen that fucking Sportsnet and TSN have their own like little streaming apps now. So I'm wonder
I think
what you
they've had
get.
it for a while. You just got to make sure that you can always get the game.
Well, that's the only thing. Like if say the two of them combined were like $30 a month,
Yeah.
I'm saving huge because I'm paying stupid amount of money in cable.
And cable.
Because in this
Cable's
country,
so
it's
dumb, man.
insane, man.
Cable's so dumb.
Yeah, the cable in this country is crazy.
You'd think they'd be at a more competitive price and have larger packages.
They don't have to because there's only 2 fucking providers.
No, I
Bell
know,
and
but
Rogers.
like to compete with like literally, again, like you said, ESPN, Sportsnet, all these other companies are doing off
Cable. Yeah.
off cable subscriptions, which you can watch on your smart TV. You just
Yeah.
download the app,
That's what I think I'm going
or
to
you're
do.
like, we have Apple TV at our place.
Same thing.
Yeah, you fucking download the app and away you go.
Have at it.
Sign in and done.
So I've been meaning to look in to see if I get the Sportsnet app, am I guaranteed to see all the
Leafs play all the time,
and then I'll do the TSN one. So then when the games are on TSN that night,
or maybe maybe it's all on the one.
well, no, because the Leafs
I know
are always
they're
on like
split.
there's like 25 games a year that are on TSN.
I know it's split, but like
and a bunch are on Sportsnet.
could be a fucking little catch-22 in there.
Well, that's what I'm thinking because for $10 a month to get all the NHL games seems kind of cheap. I'm sure there's like I bet you there's a fucking catch to it. I wonder what it is, but I haven't really looked in. But I should
like
because I
you
want to
said,
save some money.
Are all the teams like that where they're split? Like ESPN has like the rights to
So
in 52 games, so 26 games, and then
in Canada, Rogers got a 10-year TV deal right for NHL hockey.
right. Okay,
But
before you
there's
continue,
local rights.
before you continue, that whole thing with Rogers, they do have every game, but you have to have certain packages to see.
Yes.
Like, I go to watch it, and like, I used to have like last year in fantasy, I had a lot of Calgary guys, so I was always interested to watch those games because I
If
got
you don't have
guys to play.
Sportsnet West, you can't watch the game.
Yeah, it's always on Blackout channel. It's
Yeah.
like, are you fucked? I'm not
Yeah.
going to pay you $300 just to fucking watch. I should.
But
I should
usually
have
when you get the
access to
sports
them.
package, Like
So
when
dumb.
you specifically ask for the sports package, you get like all these Sportsnet channels and all the TSN channels.
Yeah.
So you're sort of guaranteed to watch whatever you want to watch.
So-
But otherwise, then local restrictions apply. So like even if you live in Eastern Ontario, like out in Ottawa, sometimes you can't watch a Leaf game,
no.
which is
It's
hilarious.
so dumb, man. And another thing I hate about cable is they can change your package or what's in the package, or they update a package. So you're paying, let's say $200 a month, whatever. You're getting all these things. But then the package changes.
They discontinue that package.
Yeah, and now it's a new package, but you get more. But they don't tell you. You're still paying for your old package.
Or you actually get, in some cases, you get less and it costs more.
Yeah.
They got me a couple years back where they called me up and they're like, we don't offer your package anymore. I'm like, no worries, I'm good with what I got. Like, just keep it rolling. Like, no, we're not going to provide, like, your package is going to go up a stupid amount of money. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what are my options? And they gave me another like package that was similar to the one I had. And again, I pay higher just because I wanted the sports and soccer was on there.
Well, that's where they get everybody, right?
Yeah. And then, and I'm like, okay, so you don't offer the new package. I'm like, how much is this new one? It was like X amount more. I'm like, oh, that's a good little fucking business strategy you guys have. You cancel packages if people all have and have for an agreed price, and then you make them invalid. They don't exist anymore, and their costs are going to go up unless you change this package, which costs more money, and is the same package basically.
Yeah,
give or take 1 or 2 channels, or like maybe the speed of internet's like 25 megabits fucking fast. I don't know, like whatever stupid example. They do that shit constantly.
Yeah,
and they can because they don't have any competitors.
Yeah, if it wasn't for me using the internet as much as I did at like my parents' house, my parents were paying for dog shit internet, and they had like, so what they were paying for their package, they could have been getting double the speed. But so like, let's say it was like they're paying $25 a month,
sure, for
25 megs. Well, now that package is for 50 megs. So why don't I get a fucking phone call?
Yeah.
Because now that 25 meg is like $12.50 a month.
Yeah.
It's like, are you fucked?
No, they just let you go.
Yeah.
Have at it.
But when they cancel it, it's like, eat shit.
Yeah, they're sneaky.
Leave my fucking package alone.
So I'm trying to get away from them, because if I can just go do the streaming things for like $30 a month, and then I'll just go get an internet package from Bell or Rogers, like a 5 or something like that for like, I think it's like $70-$80 a month now. Like you can get pretty fast internet, unlimited,
like 100 megs
download
and
unlimited and shit. So
25 upload. Like it's
then
fucked.
I'm just probably just switch to that, to be honest,
because
I'm not getting a good fucking deal. So and I don't even need it.
Now when me and Audrey get our place, like that's one thing I'm not gonna get is cable. We don't watch it enough.
No,
I watch hockey when it's on, but.
And
I've found other ways to watch my hockey.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I think my cousin, her husband, he watches hockey every week, and he doesn't have cable. They just have an internet package.
Yeah,
and he watches it on like Reddit. Like, there's ways to find streams. I know that they're out there.
Yeah,
I don't like to go through all the fucking work sometimes. I
so
just like to
sometimes
flick it
it's
on.
a fucking hassle.
So if these apps have, like, if I get a Sportsnet app and it's okay, you can watch every Leaf game that we have.
Yeah, that $10 a month.
Sword.
Perfect.
Even if it's
rather
$20
than
a month.
fucking $60, $100, $150, whatever it is for the sports package, so you can watch your fucking games. Yeah, it's so stupid. It's absurd.
But for DAZN, don't get it. Just fucking use my login or something.
I was just curious.
Like a Netflix thing.
Like,
we don't pay for our
like,
Netflix.
I don't watch it
Parents,
enough. Like I wouldn't watch it enough to like benefit from it.
No, at least if you have the option. And I think because they're trying to fucking shake and bake, and they have a lot of money behind them. They're trying to get their hands on pretty much everything.
Shit. They're
trying to like corner the market.
They're doing a fucking fantastic job already.
Yeah.
Like they've just in the last, I'd say 6 months.
The fact that they pulled, at least in Canada, that the soccer package in Canada was worth a fucking ton of money.
Yeah. Like
for TSN and Rogers to both bid on it. Like they would bid on the EPL and then like the other leagues and shit like that, Champions League and shit. And then like 1 year, like TSN was the only ones that carried Champions League and Europa League. So you just would watch that on Wednesdays when that was on. And then like the EPL would be on Rogers.
Yeah.
And those packages were worth hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. And they were bid, and they were both outbid by DAZN for both packages. Bell and Rogers, who are the fucking biggest companies in Canada, were easily outbid by DAZN and put them all under one umbrella. So as a consumer, for me, it's great.
Because
it's all in one spot.
We got a new guy coming into the fucking playing field.
And they're not fucking charging an arm and a leg for it either.
Yeah. 150 for the year is not that bad.
Yeah, I think if you go monthly, it's like $19 a month.
Yeah, so it's right on par with fucking Netflix.
If you want to carry just TSN and Rogers on Bell or Rogers, it's going to cost you probably $40 a month extra on top of your cable package.
Yep.
So to throw that on there, if the only reason you want it is for soccer, it's kind of a no-brainer. And then now that they're big into the boxing is good and all that other shit, I really only watch it for soccer and boxing. That's pretty much it.
See,
and I find it well worth it.
I wouldn't mind getting I don't know. I wouldn't mind starting to watch a little more soccer. Just because I feel like it's on like all the time.
It's on all winter long.
It's never a sport I was really into. Again, we watched the World Cup back in high school. We cut class like every fucking day to watch a game. Seemed like go to the Firkin, have a couple bevies.
Yeah, I would do that anyway though. But a lot of people like watching the shit. But I don't know. I grew up watching it, so it's like I'm not the biggest fucking American football fan. But I watched it a bit when I was younger.
Same.
Never really played it.
I would always watch Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's it. Like, I'm in a football pool. I think I've watched about 8 minutes of fucking football this year. Like, no joke. Like, I'm not even kidding. I haven't watched a full game start to finish.
I can't.
Or care to.
Yeah. I'd rather
I'm just
watch
in the
golf.
pool because it's like, it's at this, the way that this pool works is not a player pool. So I don't have to pay attention every week. And once you draft your 5 teams or your 6 teams, I forget how many we have. I think we have 5 each. Once you got your 5 teams, that's it for the year. And then we kind of just pay on how they win or lose.
Pick a team?
So the draft that I'm in, there's 6 of us. And we draft, out of the 32 teams, we draft 30. So we each draft 5 teams.
Okay.
So we'll go in order. Like, we'll snake draft through. So like, we'll like draw sticks. So like, let's say you get first pick and I get 5th pick. We'll go up and then we'll come back down.
Yeah. Like how our hockey was.
Exactly. So we snake draft through. And you end up with 5 teams that you pick. And so what you do is you pay $5 per loss into the pot. And so it's like every year at the end, you tally up how many losses you had. You pay $5, goes into the pot, and it's for the playoffs. So your teams are set for the whole year. So if you make the top 4, I think you get 12.5% of the pot. First place, if you win the Super Bowl, gets 50% of the pot, and second place is like, or with them at 30-some%.
So you're actually picking like 5 NFL teams.
NFL teams, yeah. And then you go through and you pay $5 in. And then if your teams go 5-0 one week, like you never had any losses, everyone pays you $5. So usually like you try to like, hopefully you get like 1 or 2 like 5-0s. I don't think we've had any this year because like there's been so many games that like get canceled and moved around because of COVID.
So now
I've had a few 4-0s and then I've had games that got canceled. I'm like, fuck. So you pay your $5 in at the end. And if you don't have any teams in the playoffs, which I don't think I'm going to have this year, then you're fucked. But whatever, have fun. Yeah. Paying your $200 and usually get together with everyone in that pool and like watch the Super Bowl and shit. And then like do like prop bets and stuff like that. Eat.
So you're going up against like another person each week?
No.
Or you go up against pretty much everybody?
It just depends on your team. It's not like there's no like the NFL is a structure. Like the only thing we do that's structured is like draft your teams and track the money. So like if I have the Cowboys and they're playing the Redskins,
they lost 3 times.
But if I also have the Redskins, I'm paying $5 no matter what.
Oh, so you're just doing it over the entire season?
Just over the whole season.
Holy shit, that's kind of cool.
So it's a regular season pool, but it has effects for the playoffs because then you don't redraft come playoff time.
Yeah.
So your teams go in. Hopefully you have some, and hopefully you can make the top 4. Like if you make the AFC or NFC championship game, you're guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Like last year I got into that. I think I got 12.5%. Yes, it's 225 because that's 5. Yeah, it's 12.5%. And I basically broke even because I got a couple 5-0s that year.
Yeah.
So there was an extra like $30 or $60 thrown at me. And then we do like prop betting and shit during the game. Like I was betting on the national anthem. I think I was telling you before.
Yeah.
Like how long the national anthem would be, like how many points scored, how many turnovers, how many completed passes. I bet on all that shit for like $5. So
that's so, it's so crazy.
But it keeps the game because I had no teams in it.
Yeah.
And I don't have a favorite NFL team. So at least I kept the game fucking like I was cheering for points last year because I think Kansas City got like a late score, like late on, and they were already up a bit, but I had the over on points. So like they got an extra point and fucking put the total over, and I was fucking happy. And I ended up making almost like $100 on prop bets. And they were only like $5 bets at a time.
I was gonna say
we weren't like betting crazy.
Yeah. That makes it fun though. It's crazy how many things you can fucking bet on.
Color of Gatorade
during the Super Bowl, man.
I'll pull it up. I bet you there's a million.
There's so many, and some of them are just so absurd. Like Really? We're betting on this?
It's perfect though.
Like, I bet you there's one for who's going to call the first timeout. Oh my, yeah, it's crazy.
They'll do first timeout. They'll do first score. Who scores first? How many completions? In a second. Fucking pop-ups. Okay, so national anthem. You can bet on the length of the final word "brave" during the national anthem, and that over/under is set at 5.5 seconds right now. So this was last year. This is last year's prop bets. So I took the under on the national anthem, which I got because Demi Lovato sang it. And the over-under was 2 minutes flat. So that's what you're betting on. I didn't realize you could bet on how long the Brave was. She was under 5.5 seconds. And will any scoring drive take less time than it takes Demi Lovato to sing the national anthem? That's a pretty good one. And that was a yes as well. Will the opening kickoff be a touchback? First offensive play from scrimmage, like a run play or anything else? You can it's crazy. Will either team score in the first 5.5 minutes? Who will score first? What will the first score of the game be? First player to score of the game. Jersey number of player to score first touchdown. And then it's a range, like 11 to 20 or 21 to 30.
Playing the outside of roulette.
Yeah, exactly. What will happen first? A sack or a touchdown? First team to commit a turnover. First coach's challenge. Longest touchdown a game, shortest touchdown a game. Yeah, it's like
there's so much shit.
You can bet on everything.
Yeah. There's not one thing you can't.
Yeah. I bet on the main ones. Like I don't go that deep.
Yeah.
But just for people listening, just for the sake of our conversation here too, like that shit can keep you well entertained, especially if you have like a betting app.
Yeah.
You could fill all those out and just be tracking the middle of the game, bet on more and shit. It's pretty fun. Hey,
be careful out there. Only bet on shit that you know you're not expecting back. That's all I gotta say.
Don't listen to CJ. Bet wildly and aggressively. Spend far beyond your means.
Oh man.
So yeah, if you get in the top two, then you're guaranteed. One year, my stepdad, he had because I've only been in this pool. He's been doing this pool a lot of years.
Yeah.
And we've done a modified version of it with different people this year. So I'll probably be in two of the same pool next year. One year, he had all the final four teams. So he got the full pot. So if that pot was like $1,200,
yeah,
it's him right off the hop. No one was in the top four. All four of his teams were in.
All four of his fucking teams.
Yeah. So like there is a chance like your team.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Depends on how it works, right? Like that's why there is a little bit of a strategy when you pick your teams, because you don't want to pick too many teams that are in the same division because you're betting against yourself.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, when they play, and then like you got to think about like conferences and shit like that. So you kind of want to like spread your picks out.
Kind of want to have like,
but then you're taking a risk. Like, okay, I'm trying to spread myself out and cover all my bases. And then this year, like me, I got hammered because two of those teams that I thought were going to do well got bad injuries right on. The Cowboys being one. And then I was fucked. But yeah, it just literally this how
shit happens.
This how interested I am in the pool.
Injured.
On Monday mornings, I type in NFL scores and
just see how
my teams did. I go, okay, 0-1, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, 2-3. Okay, I was 2-3 this week. I think I'm last in the pool though. Like my teams have done really, really bad.
That's the thing. Like, that's the thing with sports is there's so many variables. Like I think NFL is one of the ones that like teams, unless you're Buffalo, teams have their up and downs. Like each year it can be completely different.
Buffalo just won their division for the first time in like 25 years or something.
Yeah, like apparently they're having a phenomenal year, and I just found out about this like today.
Yeah, well, good for them because they're kind of like Leaf fans. They're long suffering, diehard, passionate fans.
Like good for you guys.
Yeah,
like,
have at it.
But again, like sports in general, it's only a matter of time before one city's team starts to take over.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
whether it's just for a season or for 6.
Buffalo was in the same division as Tom Brady for 20 years.
Yeah.
And we all know how the Patriots have done. Even if you don't follow football, you know that the Patriots have been they've won 6 teams. Fucking Super Bowls in the last 15 or 20 years.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like hockey too. Like you have teams that absolutely dominate. Like when Sidney Crosby first like entered the NHL. Like Pittsburgh was fucking on top of their game. Yeah. Pittsburgh's still one of the top teams. Yeah, Chicago was one of the top teams. I don't know how they're doing.
It's funny
how they're looking.
Funny the teams we think of as dynasties now, but like the Montreal Canadiens, if you look at the amount of they won 24 fucking cups.
Yeah,
like there's like up until up until the 80s, the Habs won like
All
anywhere like
all
4
Stanley
to 7
Cups.
cups a year. Like out of the decade.
Yeah.
Out of the decade.
Yeah. That is.
The Leafs are second with the second most amount. They have 13.
And we haven't won in.
We haven't won in 53
ages.
years or something. Shows to show how good we were.
Yeah.
Still the best. Number 1, baby.
It's crazy though too now because there's so many teams, right? Like we
And
just.
Seattle's coming in next year, so that's
I
going to
was
be
going to say
32.
Seattle's coming in. Vegas was brought in 2 years ago now.
Probably 3 years, I would
3
think.
years?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
So like
Longer.
When
I
they
thi-
when
what year did I think they might come
I
in
can't
16?
remember. When more teams come into the league, it just gives everybody else more of a chance because now all the like all-stars are spread out a little more thin.
I think in theory they want that to be right. They want parity. They want everyone to think they have a chance, but
Yeah.
really,
well,
no one really. Not all
No.
the team. Not everyone has a fucking
No.
chance.
but still, it is nice not to be like, these guys we're playing these guys tonight. Oh fuck.
Dog shite.
Yeah.
Or you're
We're
gonna
gonna
get
get
smoked.
stomped on.
Yeah, any team can beat any team. You just have a rough idea, like, okay, we're gonna end up with probably this point range.
Yeah.
And that's if we're shitty, and that's if we're good. And then it's lottery time in the playoffs, pretty much.
I love playoffs. I do hate the reffing. We did speak about it a few
Yeah.
episodes ago, but
Mhm.
love me. The
I like
playoff
it
games.
if the Leafs are in it. I hate it if the Leafs are out.
I like even if they're out. I do like watching a couple games because they just play so different than regular season. I know you're not.
I know.
But whatever.
Yeah. I don't know why. I got like a fucking mental disorder when it comes to like
It's
the
called
teams that-
alcoholism.
Yeah. No, I kicked that 2 days ago.
This is
I'm on the
2
wagon.
days sober.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 2 days alcohol free. It's going fine.
As I sit across from him,
Yeah.
he's shaking.
Sweating bullets.
What you guys don't know is Chris has changed his shirt 4 times.
Yeah, just keep sweating through these things. I've got all the windows open. It's -4 outside.
Oh man.
Been having night terrors while awake. That's a rough one.
Yikes. Oh shit.
I was
Well-
what do you think? Fights?
Yeah, well, almost 3:15.
How long we been going?
An hour.
Okay.
Why, you got something else you want?
Not really. Unless you wanted to talk about the Ryan Garcia fight, but if you want to go, let's go watch. Let's just
Yeah, let's
back it
just
up.
go watch. Yeah, fuck it. Ryan Garcia's fighting. We're gonna
Yeah.
go watch. There's a couple fights. I watched the weigh-ins yesterday, and there's a couple fights that I'm interested in watching after watching weigh-ins. There's like, what is it, super featherweight or whatever?
Yeah.
There's a couple real small guys fighting.
I know.
And it's like, they're
hilarious.
skinny, but like to be that low in weight, you're fucking short.
They're like
I'm
jockeys.
not tall.
Dude,
so-
they're like jockeys. They're like 5'2".
yeah, it's crazy.
They weigh like 105
30
pounds.
pounds, dude. It's
It's
fucked.
crazy, man.
And then there's, I hope we haven't missed it, but there's 2 ladies
You
fighting.
can rewind it.
And
I'm just gonna start the car and rewind it. and
I'm
then
pretty
we'll fast
sure
forward through.
these ladies are the heaviest on the entire cart, like on the entire.
Well, what's
thing.
Garcia? He's a lightweight, right?
Yeah,
which I think is like
Garcia's
60? Is he
yeah,
one-
I think he's 160.
And you
155 or
you said
160.
that these ladies are strong 170 or something like that.
One weighed in at like 171, and she was over.
That's big, man.
No, I don't think she was over by a lot. Like I think the weight class was like one.
And that's big because
They've
these,
got weird
these girls
weight
are
classes.
jacked. Like that's why I'm saying, like,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
they're fucking fit.
yeah.
It's not like 170 and they're
you-
like 5'2" and they're fat. Like
no,
they're
no,
like
they're
fit.
Yeah.
They're big girls.
they're big girls.
Yeah,
I'd be scared.
take our fucking heads off clean.
But yeah, no. So I'm interested. I really want to watch that fight, and I'm very curious about the Ryan Garcia fight because there's a lot of hype behind this. I can't remember his name now.
I just looked at it.
Cool
Fuck.
Hand Luke Callan? No,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Caden?
I just looked at it.
I don't know.
My brain.
Cool Hand Luke is what they call him, but
Luke Campbell.
Campbell.
Yeah. Cool hand
Campbell's,
Luke.
yeah, Cool Hand Luke. Like both are apparently super fast, but again, they showed highlights and they show fucking this Luke guy getting knocked down. They're showing highlights of like this guy's fight.
And one
He
of his
just-
highlights is him getting knocked down.
Yeah,
Maybe this isn't going to be a close fight.
like is it? I don't understand it, man. But we're gonna go watch these fights, guys. Thank you for listening.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Got any comments? Want to send us some fucking feedback, questions, whatever it is? Email.
If you're participating in Dry
Oh,
January this month for any other reasons,
Cut me off.
I am.
bro.
I'm going to.
Actually, I should post that
good
on
luck.
Facebook.
And if you
We'll
are,
go
let us
upstairs.
know. And if not, don't. But good luck to you, because I know I'm going to need it at times.
Yeah. Hit us up on our email, mail.twoseasonapod@gmail.com, or on Facebook, 2seasonapod. And we will see you guys next week. Deuces.